So, hello! We're gonna play Dinkum again. I'm having the best day ever. Let's load our game. Wait! Wait. Full screen. Like so. Chunk view distance. What happens if I have it not selected? High refresh rate. Of course. I'm gonna check one tiny thing. Let's see here. Where is it? System. Screen. Yes, 240 Hz. Let's go! What are these names? What the heck is this name? I don't remember making this character. Oh well. I want to go down to the mines actually when we have that unlocked. I hope the sound volume isn't too loud or too high. We were planting stuff yesterday. I want to go and find apples actually, because this just looks annoying when there isn't enough stuff in the holes. If you know what I mean. Oh, I see apples. Probably have generated because there's been enough days or something. I hope everyone's having a great day, because I am. Let's see. What are these weird things? Let's figure it out. Spinifex. Spinifex tuft. Ooh. We need old gears and stuff for the thingamajinga tower thing. We found light bulbs yesterday too, so that's great. Wait, are these emu babies maybe? No, maybe another kind of bird because they're not attacking me. Oh, so many apples. I'm gonna grab all of them. Let's go. I love these red, like they really stick out though. Come on. Ser ut med en rotborste typ. Or maybe like pipe cleaners, like bigger. Someone asked online earlier where someone had like done a video about making flowers out of pipe cleaners, and somebody asked, where do I get that big... No, where do I get those small sticks? And that made me realize that not everything... To me it sounded kind of funny, but I don't mean to like mock anybody, but to me it sounded a bit funny because it's such an obvious thing here where I live to know what that is. because we do arts and crafts with them all the time. Do I have any so I can show you? I don't think so. But Google pipe cleaner if you don't know what a pipe cleaner is. Originally they were used to clean pipes with, but since they are bendable, people started to making them in like colors too and do arts and crafts with them. And it's just funny to me that some stuff that are really obvious in my country is stuff that other people don't know what it is. Like, to me, that someone has never seen a pipe cleaner is, of course, a bit funny to me because it's so obvious, but it makes you think that, like, everything isn't obvious for everyone. And, I mean, there's probably something in other people's countries that I've never heard of that is, like, really, like, common for them, and they would maybe laugh at me because I don't know what that is. There was a person one time that was gonna cook food for me, and I asked if he could make oatmeal, and he didn't know what that was, and I got confused because I thought oatmeal was very universal. I know there's like a lot of dishes of food that only exists in some countries and not others, but I thought that like oatmeal was a universal thing, but apparently it's not. So that's also interesting. These tiny things that seem so obvious. I mean, I'm sure there's like countries that don't use butter on like sandwiches either. Of course, there's probably countries that don't even have sandwiches to begin with, but I mean, there's even weirder if there is sandwiches but no butter on them. But that's probably like common in some countries to not have butter, and it just makes you think, like, because I know I'm not oblivious. I know a lot of stuff about countries and countries' differences and stuff like that. But usually people tend to gravitate towards obvious things, like, of course, the Eiffel Tower is in France, and like pyramids are in Egypt, and like big things, obvious things. And then we take for granted that the small, tinier details, they are exactly the same everywhere. Like, most people know what a plate is, for instance. But in some countries, people don't eat with plates. So, and not because they are poor, but because they never really invented plates. They maybe invented something else to eat on and never saw a reason to use a plate, or there wasn't like materials to make like ceramics in that way, or so you really take stuff for granted was what I was gonna say. Sometimes it's an eye opener for sure. I have to click the joystick every time I wanna put something into that hole. Okay, let me explain why this keeps on happening. If you see the icon, right? And you see there's like 3 yellow dots and one with just there's 3 white dots, and then there's a circle with a tinier dot inside. First, when I did this, I thought that, okay, you can press any of the white ones, and that will, like, activate that thing. But pressing the one with a circle and a dot inside, that can't be done. And why I thought this was because usually in games when something is colored in, that means like it's usable, and when it's like black or like not colored in, that's like don't do this, or like. And I thought like, what? This is weird. Why isn't it the opposite? Why isn't like the white ones like circles and like, oh, don't use this, and like there's just one button for one action? But I was like, oh, maybe they want people to have the freedom to use multiple buttons. But no, it's actually the circle with a dot that is further down. That's actually the button that you actually use to do the action. I would have preferred if the visuals was swapped, so that button was white and the other three that you are not supposed to use were the black ones. Or like the see-through transparent one with a tinier dot inside, but you get what I mean. And also I'm used to other kind of buttons from other games. And like now I'm holding this shovel, right? So you think it would show me the buttons to use to put down the dirt from the shovel, right? No, it's still showing me what I can press to pick the apple up, and that's what confuses me. It doesn't change when you're doing something else. So I need to press X to put that down. But if I would trust this, it tells me to press A, but that only makes me pick up an apple, so that's a quality of life thing I wish they would fix. A lot of times when I feel when I've show myself like unsmart, it's not because I really am, but because I'm used to everyone else being dumb, and not everyone. Sorry, I didn't mean to like talk for the entire planet, but there's an amount of people around me that are stupid, and sometimes I'm so used to them being stupid that I lower the bar and start thinking stupidly to understand them, and then they surprise me with being smart for once. And that's usually why I may seem dumb sometimes, because I'm trying to like think in their I can't recall the word right now because I'm tired and it's my second language, so bear with me. I'm just out of doing stuff again. That's what ADHD is like. I can't both play and talk at the same time and still understand what the heck I'm doing. Wrong joystick. I mean, if I wanted to make a game, I would like try to use the same like controls as every other game, because being unique is one thing, but like the controls doesn't need to be unique. And also, I didn't mean to like talk about the creators of this game as being stupid, but some of the choices they have made is a bit questionable. So yeah, I'm sorry if I offended anyone. I didn't mean to make it seem like the creators were the ones that were stupid. Because I think this is a really like pretty game and it's fun to play with friends. I just think it needs some quality of life improvements in some areas still. But I feel like it's gotten better since I played the last time, because from what I remember, it was more frustrating and annoying, and I kept dying all the time, and not because I was like bad at playing, but because it was like impossible to play without dying all the time. I also think they've actually deleted the graphic that makes everything black and white when you die, because I didn't see it yesterday when I had really, not when you die, but when you're about to die. And I didn't see that graphic yesterday, so either I didn't get that low or like that far down on the life bar, or they've actually removed it. And I like it if they do, because I always get excited when I play games and there's like either blinking like red light around the screen telling you like you're about to die, or like some other kind of visual implement that you're about to die, because it kind of stresses me out, and it also makes it like uncomfortable for me when stuff feels like a bit too real, you know. They're gonna grow unevenly, but we need to go and get another banana plant. I can never remember which way is like tropical and which way is like... Of course there's like a palm tree there, but there's like one single palm tree. I wish this game had further render distance, because a big reason why I keep losing my way is because if you look over there, everything's just blue, and when you get closer there is more stuff, and I think this game could allow itself to have better render chunks, because in Minecraft you can render like 32 chunks away, and this max chunks is just 6, and that's a bit sad. Oh, I need that sign, and this too. Old toy. Okay, I wish they would actually, instead of just putting a barrel there and then making it become an old toy when you destroy it, why not just make an actual old toy? Because if I see a can like this, I'm gonna believe it's a can when I bust it too. And this became a hot cylinder. Like, it's a bit lazy to just make one single prop. And I would understand if it's early access and stuff, but this game just came out of early access. Or is it about to come out of early access? I think it is out of early access. I'm not sure. And I have no idea how to... Oh, that's how you drop stuff. Okay, that's good to know. I wonder if we would actually need some more tin while we're at it. No. But it did change from the side. God damn. Oh, they're actually attacking each other over there. No, wait, they're attacking the bird. Well, that's cool. I like stuff like that. Like the environment feels like it's alive. So I like that fact. Oh no, an emu. Ah, more. No, wait, those are turkeys. Oh, I thought I was done for. Oh, there's like a ton of ore here. Nice. Remember to stretch once in a while, or else you will be like really stiff and dizzy when you're done playing. Oh, my legs. Wait. Dying. And drink water. Or at least drink something, even if you drink like Coca-Cola or like tea or like, yeah, water is best, but not drinking anything is worse than drinking Coca-Cola, so. I wonder if there's any kind of way in game to like upgrade stamina, because it's really annoying to have to wait this long for it to regenerate. There was like medical kits you could buy and stuff. I know that. Now it's almost too easy to get food in this game. There's a banana over there, but there's also emus over there. Blobfish. No, that's a... What are they called? They're called manatee. No, wait, that's not it either. I mean... Jellyfish. They are called jellyfish. I think that's a jellyfish. I'm not 100% sure though. Well, this is the super flat place we were at the other day. Also, didn't the game used to be like... Weren't you like sensitive to heat or something too? Or have they like deleted that? Or have I like dreamed that up? Because from what I remember, it used to be that way. That sound effect sounds kind of like Kingdom Hearts. Yeah, I'm not gonna go and pick more bananas at the emu's place. Just needed one anyway, but... Oh! Baobab trees. Interesting. I wonder why you would need to cut them down though, because they don't give you anything. An old key. I think I got a spring like that already, so I should be able to... Yes. Oh, it's raining. That's great. I think. No, not sure if it's good or bad. Oh, look, it's a mud skipper. Or what? Oh, no. Nah, I don't want to die. Oh, it's a froggy. Come here, froggy. Can I catch you? Ah. I'm not sure if you catch them with, like, a net or if you have to like hunt them. Probably like hunt them with like hunting spears or something. Oh well. The problem with this game is that there are some stuff that only exist in some places, but you have to go really far away to find them. And there's like one of them, I feel. I was right this time. Home is this way. I'm gonna check the clock. We have time. Oh. I'm dying. Why does it look like I'm spitting hail or like ice cubes instead of water drops? Maybe it's just that cold. Now I see the new ones that you haven't gotten yet. They flash a bit. I still think they would need a better indication. Like, but still there is at least one. There is a little heart meter. This game really needs health potions or something. From what I remember, it used to be harder to find these. Now they're everywhere. It's really hard in games like this to actually balance things properly, I feel. I'm not sure what I should save either, like... I really need to craft a chest, don't I? Oh, we need to get some kind of vehicle. Or make bridges, because that's just annoying. I really went far. It recovers so very slowly. Also, why do I look like I'm exhausted when it's almost at like full? Or is it because my health is lower? Shouldn't my character look exhausted when it's almost at the bottom and not like when it's almost full? Makes me confused. And he walks really slowly. Oh. Is it because I'm holding stuff? Have I pressed a button of some sort to make him walk this slow? Or do he walk this slow if the meter isn't like really at max? Because that's kind of silly. Okay, so you can only run if the stamina bar is unused or untouched. That's just ridiculous. Because even if I like chop a tree like this, I should be able to run fast. Now I'm running fast again. What? But I didn't, like, when it was... Huh? Okay, that doesn't make any sense. Also, still, why does it take, like, the entire stamina bar to chop down? Now I'm happy again, even though I'm out of stamina. How does... I don't understand the system, how it works. I'm kind of freezing a bit. That's funny because I was just overheated a minute ago. I'm talking about in real life now and not the inside of the game. He's not hunting me, he's hunting the bird. Of course, a crocodile. Get away, croco. Crazy crocodile. Crazy, crazy crocodile, dial. I mean, we have more apples. I could make a ginormous orchard. Just for the heck of it. Just so we never have to go and pick stuff up ever again. Oh, what's this? Old contraption. I like this music, it's very cute. Did this just pop out from a pile of sand that was twice as small? That's not realistic. Even if it's like a cartoony game, it can still have some level of realism. But what do I like about this game? I like the colors, that they are bright, but sometimes that also hurts my eyes. I really love the Australian like clay and sand color. It's very reddish. That's what I like about Australia. I like that there's a lot of animals in the game and fruits, and I like the Animal Crossing-esque feeling. I like that you can build your town and decorate. And I really want to see all the stuff that I never got to like experience because I never played that far, and god dang it, I'm freezing. I have to go in. Oh. I'll get my jacket on. Oh. Giddy up, giddy up. Ah. Porcupine. By the way, ooh, rainbow. I can't take pictures. I wonder if it's because I shut off Steam overlay. Oh well. It's a pretty rainbow there anyways. We would need scarecrows, but that's for crops. I don't remember what to do with these. Also, didn't we? Oh, yes, here. I have no idea how to, like, open this. I think we have to, like... Hmm. Oh, I have too little money. I need to sell some stuff. Hmm. Guess you're gonna need a bigger pickaxe for that. Or something. I also like that you can terraform like this. Games that let me have as much creative freedom as possible are the kind of games that I like. That's a bit better, but I think we're still gonna... I do dislike that you have to put the sand down somewhere else. That you can't just put it in your pocket and sell it or something. And get rid of it. But I guess for a small game world like this one, it would be bad if you accidentally kind of got rid of all of it. Eventually, at some point, there will be less and less and less and less, and you would have to start over. If you couldn't make like an Earth machine or something. I'm not sure if we... Can I see the Ds? I want to move a building. Can I see the Ds? Bulletin board, wish fountain need. A place to make wishes using money. Bulletin board, okay. Town debt increase. Bulletin board. Okay, where should we have this? I feel like maybe here? Maybe next to the town center house? Like right next to, like there maybe? Not sure if that's the best spot or not, but can always move it. It was a beehive in that one. That's nice. Oh, I have too little energy. I wonder why some stuff can only be put on your head and picked up. Those trees were in the way of seeing. Anyways. I mean, I wish we would have chosen a more, like, flat space. Can we or can we not move a structure? No, wait, it will cost money, right? Well, I'm at least gonna tidy up a bit. I hope that if they make a new Animal Crossing game for Nintendo Switch 2, that you can actually have multiple save files. But probably not, because Animal Crossing's always been like that you need to like delete your current island to get a new one. But like, I mean, come on, can't they like change that? Because a lot of people want that feature. Sometimes you just want to start over in a game for fun and still not like get rid of your old things. When you play games, what kind of games do you play and what do you look forward most in them? Like what kind of aspect? Like do you like building, fighting, collecting, crafting? And what kind of genre do you like? Horror or fantasy or slice of life, dating sims, MOBAs, MMORPGs, fighter, shooting, cars. It would be nice to hear what everyone else likes. This, like, system like this is a bit fiddly too. I wish they could improve that a bit. It doesn't feel like a very tactile experience. I really wish I could get rid of the bigger rocks. We probably need some kind of, like, I don't know, tractor, not a tractor, but I feel like we need something big to get rid of it. Yeah, now stuff looks a bit more... Okay, wait. I also want to make, like, roads and stuff. We did unlock... but I'm not sure where we craft them, though. Also, you need way too much tin to just make one tin bar. And it takes way too long to chop down. I have a vision. I'm gonna check to see if there's actual a task. Complete favors for John, convince him to move in. Yeah, it's not so easy when it just lets me do it after we've slept. I mean slept for the night. Doesn't let me until we've slept. God dang it, John. Can't sell you my body just to get you to move here. Ain't nobody got time for that. An old toy and it's like a Game Boy. More like a old Nintendo SNES controller or something. Or NES maybe. NES or SNES, I'm not sure. Like, what is the primary... What is the... like device you primarily use to play on? Is it like your computer or an Xbox, PlayStation, Wii, Nintendo DS, like Game Boy Color, Nintendo 8-bit, 64-bit, Dreamcast, PlayStation 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Or like PSP, or what consoles do you like playing on most? And like any answer is valid. You don't need to say like the newest console if you don't own it or like that. I myself own mostly just older consoles. The newest console I own is a Nintendo Switch. Otherwise I own, if I'm gonna say like in order of when they got like released and stuff, I own a Nintendo 8-bit, 64-bit, Game Boy Color. Well, technically they're my brother's and my mom's, but I can borrow them if I want to. A PlayStation 2, an Xbox 360, a Nintendo Wii, the white version that can take GameCube games. Because the black version can't for some reason, if you didn't know. So the white Nintendo Wii console is like two consoles in one, kind of. I have a PlayStation Portable 3000, I think. A Nintendo 3DS. Yeah, and the Switch. That's the ones I have. I've been thinking about getting others, but most games these days actually you can play them on the computer just as well as a console. So I don't really see the reason to spend my money on buying console that is gonna be popular for like 3 to 5 years and then they're gonna release a new one when I can just have a computer and like get all of the games on the same machine. But I do like the right now I'm using a controller to play on the computer, and I like that feeling because you can relax your hands a bit more. But it depends on from game to game. It's not common for me to actually use this. I've been trying to do it more lately. Because I've had bad experiences with controllers not working and being fiddly to set up, but lately they actually work really good, so I feel like it's gonna be my go-to, because I really miss the console experience. Okay, let's swap and do something else. Wait, I'm just gonna do this. I wanna figure out where we can craft the roads. Is it on the like... Because you remember in the last Let's Play we did unlock... Yes, it is here. What kind of roads would we want? This only needs stone, so this would be easy. This needs palm wood planks. This also needs stone. Cement. Well, I kind of like just ordinary roads. Like in Animal Crossing, I always use the like dirt road. I guess we could do that here too. The only problem here is like this is one color, this is another color. If I pick this up and put it down again, it's the same. If I pick this up and put this down. Interesting. I wonder what this... It's red sand, okay. It's red sand and the other is dirt. I see. Oh. I actually recognize it. Yeah, maybe stone roads would be better here because you would actually see a difference. I also want to make it more grassy in some places. The seagulls have started coming here again. They're really early this year. We've had an early spring in Sweden, and I'm thankful for that because I've been so sick of winter. Like, I think people underestimate how long our winters actually are. But we have all 4 seasons here. And the thing is, I feel like we get them very extremely too. Really like the standard traditional like storybook 4 seasons. So like in summer it's super hot, in winter it's super cold. And yeah. So for me, I would have loved to live in a climate where there is like always summer, but like not too hot. And I feel like that place doesn't exist. I feel like it's kind of like, I don't remember where, you know, in Twilight they live in this specific town that like never gets sunlight ever or something. I feel like that's what I feel like when I try to find a place to live. Like, I want a place that doesn't exist in the way that I want a place that I want sunlight, but I don't want it to be like 24 Celsius warm because I sweat to death. Maybe there's like a tiny little speck on the entire planet that has the exact climate I'm looking for, but I'm not sure where that is. So, but I really want to move. Like, I don't like living here. Like, some stuff about Sweden is nice, yes, but a lot of stuff is also really boring. If I could choose, I would want to try and live in either Korea, Japan, or China, because I feel they have more activities, more stores, more clothes, more like stuff for youthful people to do. For me, Sweden is more like, I don't know. Like, yes, of course, there's more stuff to do in bigger cities, but I'm not sure how to explain it, but I feel like we are very boring somehow. And like my special interests are stuff like anime and like K-pop or like fantasy, spectacular clothes that look very eye-catching. I wish I could have a lot of those clothes, but it's hard to find in my size and in my country, and that's mostly why I don't have so much of it. Like the decor is more colorful. The nature is a bit more interesting. Like, but we have very interesting like, or like, I'm not sure about. When it comes to nature, I like both equally, both like Sweden and like Asian countries. It's East Asia, right? Wait, I need to check. I always get East and West confused on the weather rosary, like. The like weather compass. We actually call it compass rose in Swedish. Kompassros, I think. Yeah, East, like East Asia. I want to go there. So yeah, it feels kind of. I feel kind of sad. Like, I feel like I've been born into the wrong kind of country. That's where I want to move. But like, it feels hard to move to a place where you don't know the language. properly. I am studying, but I don't know the language fully yet, and I don't know all of the culture, and I don't have anyone. Like, if I had someone that could move with me, I feel like I could actually accomplish it, because I would always have someone to talk to and someone to help. But moving completely on my own, I don't know. Hopefully in the future maybe I can find some kind of either a friend or a partner or someone that had the same interest and would also want to move there. And like, when you move, you don't have to decide that it's forever. You can just try it and see if you like it. So I wouldn't want to like press my new friends into believing that they had to live there for all eternity if they moved there with me. We could like try it for a year or something and see like, hey, is this our cup of tea? Or because that's one thing too, you can like a lot of times you can get this fairy tale idea of a place, and when you get there it's not what you believe it is. But I'm actually very good at not doing that. I'm actually good at being both optimistic and pessimistic about stuff. So I know that countries aren't perfect, and actually there's, interestingly enough, a lot of stuff about Korea that I don't like. So I'm not one of those, oh my god, Korea is the best country in the entire universe and I just want to move there because K-pop is cool. I'm not like that. I'm like that a bit because I like K-pop. But I don't believe every person in that country is the most beautiful human being on earth. Because I know that people are different within countries. There can be beautiful people, less beautiful people, etc., etc. So I wouldn't like move there and be like, oh my god, everybody's not like super hot here, I'm gonna move back to Sweden. That's not like, I wouldn't move there just because people are rumored to be very beautiful. I like Korea because of, there's a lot of stuff I like about Korea. I like I like that some people are beautiful. I like that there is very much like fashion culture there, like cool clothes. And I don't mean, like, to me it doesn't matter if the clothes are expensive or not. I just like if they look cool or not. And that's something I like about Japan too, like interesting fashion. I like some of the architecture more, like some places have more like neon signs and like I also like the traditional Korea, like old, like Korea, like historically, like the older traditional houses and stuff. But I also dislike, like, I haven't traveled to all of Korea, so I can't like say what it. And I'm talking about South Korea too. If you were asking, it's South Korea I'm talking about. What I feel when I look at Korea, most of the time, in like videos, is that it's a bit, I feel like it's a bit, the colors aren't very vibrant, like there's not much, like probably that's because there's a lot of videos where it's like in cities, but sometimes I actually see landscapes too, and I feel like it's very bleached or like not so colorful, and that makes me a bit sad, and I hope I'm wrong. I've also seen some other stuff where there's more flowers, and I really love flowers and like vegetation and forests, and like we have that in Sweden, but I don't know. I want more of it and more like, I don't know. I feel like Colombia and stuff where there's like super much flowers and it makes you so happy and it's so vibrant, and so that's something I feel maybe is a bit of a shame. But that's not like, that's just something I feel is lacking. Like I wish that Korea had more colorful nature and stuff. But maybe they do. Maybe I just haven't seen enough of it, and it's a completely other thing to go there in person and to actually just watch photos and stuff online, of course. And like I know, like in Sweden, like it's not like all of Sweden looks the same. We have north and south and middle of Sweden have different kind of climates and plants and stuff. So, what am I doing? Why am I chopping grass? Oh right, I was gonna pick up the seeds. Well, this is gonna be really annoying if there's gonna be seeds every time you just chop down grass. That's gonna be. Anyhow, I like that they have activities in Korea like karaoke. I love singing. And I think they have more like interesting food shops than us. Like, I'm not sure. I don't think Korea started boba tea, right? I think, wasn't it like Thailand or like, the thing is, a lot of the stuff that I like the same thing about like all Asian countries, like East Asian countries. I like the food, I like the clothes. No, wait. I don't like all of the food, actually. I like some of the food. Actually, I have had some problems with some foods, but I do like some food. It depends on. Like I'm not a most huge fan of sushi, for instance, from Japan. I like more stuff that have like sauce and like spices, but not like spicy. I don't like hot flavored things. I have problem with, I've tried kimchi, but I've tried like a Swedish like made kimchi, like fermented kimchi in like jars they sell them in like the stores, and that can't be really authentic. So I don't want to like rule kimchi out altogether, because I want to try like, I would like want to go to Korea and have a real Korean person just cook kimchi for me, and then I can say if I don't like it, because it's not the same when it's not made there, I think. Yeah, what do I like? I do of course like that it's like a, Korea is like a, it's kind of similar in Sweden in some ways. So it feels a bit familiar in some aspects. What I don't like is, from my understanding, a lot of the culture there nowadays is a bit toxic. They're really too fixated on looking good, and it seems like that's a big part, and having a lot of money is also a big part. From my understanding, when people date there, one of the first question is like, what kind of insurance do you have? And like, it seems like it's not like your feelings for the person that is most important, but like what they can contribute to the household. And I feel that's a bit toxic. And I'm not sure if it's like that in all of Korea. Of course, I don't know because I don't live there. But if it is like that, I feel it's very sad, because in Sweden we like fall in love or date or get married or whatever because we fall in love with that person. We like that person's looks or that person's interests or soul or what they talk about, how they act. Like we love the person for the person, not for if they're healthy or poor or have a lot of money or not. And also, yeah, sure, we have a beauty standard here, but we don't do like a lot of plastic surgery, and we don't look picture perfect like we do wear makeup and stuff like that. A lot of like girls wear makeup, and guys have also started to wear more makeup, and I like that. um, and like I'm wearing makeup, for instance, and I see myself more of like a guy, but it depends on, I feel, different days. I'm still having a hard time figure out who I am. Um, Anyhow, I feel that what I like about Korea is all the activities, the possibility of good food, the fashion, the makeup, the language. I like the language a lot. And I don't mean just in K-pop or that I like K-dramas. I actually like the language itself. When you listen to certain languages, you like the sound of them, and Korean is one of those languages for me. I just like listening to it. One thing I actually like. No, one thing I miss. Like, some native Koreans are a bit obsessed that people. Upset, not obsessed. Upset that some people just tend to like the stereotypical things about Korea. But the thing is, it's not easy to find other things from here. Because for instance, I like gardening shows. Like when I watch Swedish television, I like to see when they do like gardening shows and stuff. The thing is, the only type of shows I can find from Korea are K-dramas. I can't find like ordinary TV shows. Like if you're gonna compare it to USA, like I can't find like a Hell's Kitchen kind of program or English Bake Off or Garden Wars or like those type of series. I can't find like, at least not here. I cannot find any site that sends shows like that. So I'm not sure if it even exists in Korea or if they just watch Korean dramas or if that's the only thing that actually gets shipped out and exported to other countries. Because I would love to see just ordinary shows with ordinary Korean people doing ordinary things. And see what life is like there and like stuff like that. So the problem is that the reason people only talk and watch like K-dramas because that's the only thing we can get our hands on for some reason. If you go to like Asian Wiki or like Gaga Ulala or any other of the sites we get Korean or Asian dramas from, they mostly have dramas. There's like some game shows, but other than that, there's not much. I have, however, seen that there is a kind of dating program, though, for guys, actually, that is from Korea. I think it's called His Man or something. I hope I remember that right. And that was cool. That was really cool that, like, LGBTQ friendly dating program existed. There's one show actually that's about a group of Koreans that go to Finland and try to like live outdoors, I think, in Finland. And I think that's probably interesting, but that's not about Korea, that's about Finland. So again, that's a bit sad. Yeah, so I like and I wanna find other things to like about Korea too. I don't wanna be one of those persons that just like stereotypical things. But it's not easy when media only feeds you that kind of thing. So I really, really wanna go to Korea and find my own stuff there to like. And I wanna come back to my country and tell people about that and not just. I also am that kind of person that believe when you travel to a country, you shouldn't go to just the ordinary tourist attractions because you don't get a real experience. You get a really filtered experience because it's catered towards tourists. And also you get the same experience that everyone else have gotten every time they go there. Like instead of like going to just the main big cities or like I would wanna not only do that, but I would also wanna go to like more like places on the countryside that aren't talked about enough, because maybe I can find something really special and interesting that not many other like tourists have gotten to see. And when it comes to Japan, Japan is, for me, at least in my head, is a bit more colorful than Korea. Has more like cutesy kawaii stuff and stores, and I think it has more colorful environment. But like Korea and Japan and China is a bit samey in landscape, but still not. Japan has more colorful fashion. So I feel like if countries were like relatives, I think Japan is the like cute younger sister and Korea is like the more mature, like refined bigger brother or something. And China is just the warm kind of grandma character. Did you know that Sweden is only 6% populated and rest is just forests and water and rocks and mountains and animals? So if you really want to experience like real nature, like untouched nature that has probably existed for hundreds of years and not been touched, you can go to Sweden and just go a bit more north than Stockholm and stuff and just. I live in the north. I probably just need a car ride like 10 minutes that way and I'm outside in like an ancient forest. So. And it's really like moss and rocks and here up in the north. In South Sweden, it's more, not so much moss and stuff. In Sweden, I feel like going to South Sweden from North Sweden, it feels like entering another country. That's how different I feel like it was. And I've lost track of what I'm doing again. I need to round up. But anyway, so there's both things I do like about the countries, and I can tell you more about it later. I'm a bit tired too. But like, when it comes to all East Asian countries, there's both stuff I like, both stuff I dislike or feel like it's lacking. So I'm not one of those people who just gonna go there and believe that all my problems are gonna get fixed and that everything is perfect over there, because I know it's not. But I wanna say that I do like those countries, and I do wanna visit there, and I hope I will have a fun time when I finally do. So I'm gonna end the recording here, and I hope you had a nice time watching, and remember to drink water and eat something, because I'm gonna do that, and that's good for you. And be out in the sunlight and everything. So yeah, goodbye and have a nice day.